This is part one of working with lateral work and leg yielding. And the purpose of these 3 or 4 videos I'm going to present here is to show the liberty to line to mounted progression. So this first one shows how I establish at liberty sideways movement, and I start to address the parts of Mercury where he might want to oppose or actually move towards the pressure, and it gives us an opportunity to sort of talk about it together, and him to resist and move away if he wants to. So here we're talking about what he's willing to move, what he's not willing to move, which side he's feeling more blocked on, and which side is easier. So if you watch very closely, there's quite a lot going on here. We are playing, this is where I make it a bit of a game for us together, and we build connection because he has choices. So, I'll work a little bit in companion movement here. It's a little bit of sending and mirroring here. Draw. So I mix it up. I don't want to, make it all about one thing, but it's fun to play with it this way because we can work on how we talk to each other about this, and he can let me know where he's feeling like he may not be as ready to do that, or he's not warmed up enough, and he can do as much or as little as he wants here. So I'm just playing around with this little Levad thing here. So we're more fun, more mirroring. So to me, the liberty work is to enjoy each other, to work on a concept without restriction, without having to sort of make it all about doing this movement over and over again. So I just did a little send there, and now I'm going into some lateral work here. So in this work I use eye contact, and I'm very much focused on his hindquarter, his middle or barrel or stomach area, and his shoulders. So I'm asking him here to move his hindquarters over. And he did that really nicely at the end. So if you can picture, I'm actually really focused on his hindquarter area when I look at that, but I'm also combining that with the eye contact. So if he's keeping his eye on me, he will curve, and then I ask him to move his hindquarter away a little bit more laterally, and that's the beginnings of getting sideways leg yields, and also isolating. The easiest part usually for the horse is to move their hindquarter over as the first thing. So congratulating him for a nice job there. Have a little break to be reinforced positively, and let him know that that was pretty nice. So the purpose of the leg yield, though, is to get the horse responsive to moving left to right, basically, and forward at the same time. I like to start with the hind end first, just to make sure that it's easiest for the horse. And when he is a little bit moving a little bit into me with his hip, then you see that I sort of shoo him off rather strongly, because I don't want him to swing towards me. I would like him to go away. So if you see the bigger gestures, it's because I feel that he is leaning into me as opposed to yielding away. And that is the whole purpose here, is that he yields to the body. I don't mind if he does that, but I'm going to have my own opinion about it. So once I have the hindquarter sort of working well, then I start to think about working further forward. So in the end, I have the whole body moving sideways and not just the hindquarter, not just the shoulder, but you'll see as I start to work more, see there I'm working on his front a little bit. And in the end, when I get him using the eye contact, looking towards me on the circle here, see now I'm working on the middle of his body a little bit more. And I only do this for short periods. You see, I don't want to do this too much. I'm just establishing ideas and communication and making mental notes about, where we both are. So here, see me still working a little bit on the hindquarter. And it's gradually working through the rest of his body, through the middle to the front. So you see everything's mobile there. So it's really nice. Now I'm asking him to switch sides. Now you'll see in this work that he doesn't want to go to the right side. So the nice thing about this is I can work that out with him and ask him if he'd go that way. And you'll see him switch several times. So he'll go a little bit to this side and then he may switch sides on me. So there he switched sides. And that might be actually those horses. But you see I'm asking him again to go that way. He has his hand signals. He said, oh, okay. Now there I asked him to move his shoulder away because it was leaning on me a little bit. And maybe hard to see that in the videos, but when you're working up close to your horse, you can tell when they're sort of pushing against you. Not literally, but they're sort of moving into your space. So again, he said, oh, I'd rather go the other way. And I've asked him if he would go that way. Little tail swish said, oh, all right. Okay, so half a circle again, and there again I said, I'd like it if that shoulder would not be in my face, if you'd go that way, and that would also stop him from switching directions so much, so it's kind of tied together. So that was nice, because he stayed on the circle the whole way, and he was working around without changing. And there you just see me starting to work on his hindquarter again. And as we get to the end, you see how it all kind of gels. We're getting a little bit of lateral work. And I said, you have to move your hindquarter. So sometimes I make a big gesture just to bring his energy up, even though he has a lot of energy. And you see this is the result of getting all those elements together. Those were a really nice circle there. Really good work. And we quit on that.